Hello and welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. We present stories and experiences from our day to day lives, connect them with the wisdom which is embedded in our ancient texts. Yesterday, I was listening to an interview with Rohit Sharma, the captain of Team India cricket team. What he said was very interesting. It set me thinking about our day to day lives. India is playing against Australia, one of its strongest opponents in the world. The fact is, India is not able to play that well, and the senior players in Indian cricket team, particularly the batsmen, are not playing well. Rohit Sharma, being the captain, and his primary skill being that of a batsman, hasn't been scoring good runs. One of his worst individual performances over the years. And India is playing the last match of the series, which is a must-win match for India to retain the trophy that it proudly possesses. So Rohit Sharma decided to not play in this cricket match. He made way for someone else so that, as per him, the team is stronger. The interviewers asked him if he has opted out because the battle is tough. The interviewers asked him if the selectors have dropped him. Also, the interviewers asked him if he has been rested strategically to make way for someone else. And what he says was interesting. He says none of these three were true. He says that he stood down. He sacrificed his personal ambitions and aspirations in favor of the team. It's a team of 11 people. He acknowledges the fact that he has not been playing well. He acknowledges that he has tried hard enough, but results are not favorable. He says that results will come, but this is not the time to take chances. He sacrifices his personal goals. Nobody, especially the captain of a team, would like to stand down, making way for someone else in the team. I think great leadership, but the lesson that I saw here was that of a great balance between personal aspirations and the team that he is playing for. And I started thinking that many situations in our day-to-day lives actually are around that of a team or a group. Think of our home. It's our family. It's a group of individuals. Think of the workplace. It's a department, it's a function, a team of people who work together at a workplace. Think of the place where we live. It's a community of various families or various homes. The community has its own interest. The group has its own interest, its own aspirations, its own goals. Of course, the individuals comprising this community have their own individual goals. Life is all about having a good balance between individuals' goals, aspirations, ambitions with those of the larger group that one belongs to. I think a great lesson embedded there. It is not only leadership, it's about the way we live our life. That was the first lesson for me. The second one was again an interesting thing. What will people say? Millions of people around the world are talking about this. Why does a senior player, one of the best in the world, is not standing up to the fight, standing up to the competition that his team is trying to win? I am sure he thought about it deeply. What will the 140 crore people of India, what will the millions of cricket fans around the world think about the captain of Indian team when he stands down? Is he scared of the competition? And so on. It's, I think, about individuals' conviction in the power of one's ability, in the power of one's decision, in the authenticity, in the genuineness with which he has thought about it. The point is not about Rohit Sharma's greatness. The point is about resilience. Do we believe in our capabilities? Do we believe that we will rise stronger after a fall? We have to be like steel. We don't have to get worried about what people will say, what others will say. So many of us get so worried about others' opinions that we forget our own beliefs, our own convictions. So that was the second lesson for me. It was resilience. Think of Albert Einstein, who was considered to be a slow learner. He could not qualify an entrance examination to get admission into a polytechnic. Think of Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. He said that I know thousands of ways in which it doesn't work. Think of Michael Jordan. He says that I have failed multiple times, thousands of times in my life. He has missed more than 9,000 shots. He says that I have been successful because I have failed multiple times. And I have learned and adapted every time that I failed. So the point is, are we resilient? Are we learning and adapting? Many of us, of course, fail. We feel disappointed, we feel depressed, we feel frustrated. However, question is, do we learn from those failures? Do we take that lesson? Do we adapt them in our lives? And do we start again? Think of the Mahabharatas. The Pandavas lost the game of dice. They were frustrated, of course, but they took it as a challenge and they learned a lot. They gained many kinds of power which helped them in the final battle of the Mahabharata. They did not break down. Think of Sita in the Ramayana. She was abducted by Ravan, but she did not lose hope. She thought that one day her husband is going to come to free her from the imprisonment that she was going through. Think of Hanuman in the Ramayana. He trusted the advice of the others. Others told that you can take a giant leap and cross the ocean. Hanuman believed in this. He suddenly thought and took this as his personal conviction. And he took that giant leap, and everything else happens after that. Think of the Jataka tales, monkey and the crocodile story. Monkey and the crocodile were great friends, and once the crocodile convinces the monkey to visit his home. While the crocodile is carrying the monkey on his back, during the journey, the friend crocodile discloses the purpose of that journey. The monkey understands that he is going to get killed. He doesn't get worried. He starts thinking about it. He comes up with a smarter idea, and he is able to free himself from the near claws of death. The same is seen in Greek mythology. Odysseus, when he is returning home, he is facing near-death situations multiple times. And every time, by applying his calmness, by applying his wisdom, by applying his different techniques, he is able to free himself and he reaches his home. So all these real life situations, mythological stories, all of these tell us probably the same thing, that we need a great balance about personal ambition and the group that we belong to. Secondly, it talks about resilience. Thirdly, it talks about all of us learning from our mistakes, rising again to use that learning to start again. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, thank you for listening. Thank you for thinking about these great ideas that are there in our ancient texts and the great people of our current times practicing some of these.